Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, The Spiritual Justice Gem. Goddess Quita, or you could call me Quita. Either one would do. I answer to both. As you guys know, I stated earlier in one of my videos, way back in one of my videos, that my daughter has autism. I've been studying a lot on it, about it, and of course I've been dealing with it with my child. So what I do as a spiritualist, I take what I learned from the internet and from others and from the dictionary and from the medical dictionary, and then I go within about different about this specific, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now, specific disorder, and what Spirit has shown me the scientific definition. They don't really know where it comes from, but it's basically a chemical imbalance. And when I was pregnant with my daughter, I was working and on my feet. She was the only kid that I really worked with when I was pregnant, and I would pass out a lot at work. I would pass out and get dizzy a lot, and Spirit brought that to my remembrance. And then when I was reading up on the difficulties is gastritis, and my other child have a lot of gastritis problems too. So mostly it comes from the gut too, from the chemical imbalance in the gut. So what Spirit showed me is that it's an imbalance in the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, or the hypothalamus gland. It can be in one of those glands or all three. But the pineal gland basically is your third eye. That means there's a chemical imbalance there, and she has that in her third eye, and she tends to mix fiction with real stuff, and it seems like she really knows what she's talking about, but it's mixed, and that's what's going on with her. So Spirit allowed me to share this with you guys. Autism is basically a chemical imbalance within the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus glands, which is the crown chakra, basically. What I was told is that I am looking up herbs and roots to work with her. I mean, only reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because the Most High told me to, and she allowed me to. A lot of people don't know what to do or where to go to get this kind of information, so I'm sharing it. I use herbs right now with her. I started with the more calming herbs, like roots like valerian root and things like that, melatonin. But Spirit showed me to deal with roots that regulate the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus. She's telling me to regulate, use those to regulate these glands. Those roots will regulate these glands. You got to research that. That's my next step, is to research what roots balance out the chemicals in the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and hypothalamus. And I let her listen to high frequency music that balance her out too. It works, but she do have days where she's offset. So I have to get into the routine. We just started this. So you have to get in I have to get in the routine of doing this with her, and it's a big life change for me and for her, even with just switching her the different roots that I've been giving her. They come in little capsules, so you can get it in powder form and just take it, and you get the dosage amount or whatever. Make sure you speak to your doctor about this. I'm not telling nobody to just go ahead and do this. These are for people who have tried everything and nothing seemed to work. People who have, just want a different alternative. Make sure you get a doctor's approval when you're doing these things, if you don't know what you're doing and things like that of that nature. Make sure you get a diagnosis and stuff. I know my daughter is autistic. Spirit revealed this to me in the school system because she's having problems in school and stuff. But basically autism has to do with the chemical imbalance within the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus glands. It can be an imbalance in one of these glands or all three of these glands. Some people, that's what makes it on a stream. If you have an imbalance in all three, you're on the more of the what you call the spectrum, the higher spectrum. I'm sorry, I don't know why I couldn't get that out. On the higher spectrum, she only have a chemical imbalance in two, but she's on the middle. She's in the middle spectrum for my diet. For me, I don't know what spectrum she's on. We're not that far in her diagnosis yet. But for me, I think she's in the middle. Because she has two, the pineal and the pituitary gland is where she's, I think it's the pineal. It's two of them, two of the glands that she is having chemical imbalances in. So yeah, that Spirit helped me to reveal that to me, and Spirit showed that to me. And a lot of these pineal glands and pituitary, it deals with anger and your moods and all of that. And that's why autism is it's not really a easy. It can be easy to diagnose, but it's not easy to put your finger on it, because the pituitary gland, that's basically your crown chakra, your your hypothalamus regulates your moods and things like that, your hormones. And so that's why a lot of autistic kids get, when that chemical balance come, or when something like the moon affects us and the sun. So when a full moon come, that's why you see more kids like act out, get angry, because it's revealing what needs to be healed within them. And where it's at, it's in the pineal, the pituitary, and the hypothalamus glands. I was showed by the Most High. I hope this helps someone. I hope it helps anybody that's going through anything like this. There's a lot of autistic people in this world. There's a lot of people that's autistic. If you guys don't know, I was autistic growing up. I had the speech part. Believe it or not, I had the speech part. I could not talk properly until, even when I was 11, I still had problems enunciating and pronouncing my words correctly. I could not do it correctly. I don't know. I heard one thing, but I said another. So I had autism. I don't have it now. I'm older. I had help, and I had a lot of help in school, a lot of speech therapy to help me. So that people, I'm not ashamed of it. People like laugh and pick and stigmatize people. You should never stigmatize nobody with, especially a mental health issue. Never. I don't stigmatize mental health issues, because I didn't create myself. You get what I'm saying? So it's a reason for everything. So I didn't create myself, and I'm beautiful and wonderfully made by God, and so are you. So yeah, basically, people with autism, the pituitary, the pineal, and the hypothalamus glands are not regulating. Their function is, their chemical balance is off. Their functioning is off, because the chemical balance within the brain is off. Basically, that's why I guess you can see it on a brain scan, they said, but the functioning is off within the pituitary, the pineal, and the hypothalamus glands. That's what Spirit showed me. That's what the Most High showed me, and I'm just relaying the message. Hopes this helped. Good night.